Hello and welcome to the Factor 50 podcast, the podcast where comedians spill the tea on all their holiday misadventures. This week we have got the incredible Helen Bauer joining us. Hello, Helen.
Hello, Tegan. I'm sorry, spill the tea. Is that a written intro?
No,
Is that
yes.
Oh, babe, I've just watched like the third season of Selling Sunset and they finally got a British character on it and she cannot stop saying like, the tea's piping hot. And it's like, it's not a catchphrase. Stop trying to make it happen.
Down, Chelsea. Are you only
Chelsea,
are you on season 5? Yeah. The latest
season 5. My apologies.
And I was like, you're so far behind. What the hell?
No. That's on me. That's on me. I watched it in 3 blocks. So I assume then that they changed the series depending on how I watch things. But apparently Netflix doesn't work that way.
How fucking rude.
I really feel like when I talk, I'm the reason we don't have equal pay. Like, I really need to like stop and think.
You need to like start thinking about feminism and like your impact on the world.
Right. Well, I've tasted my own menstrual blood. I did that
when
I heard about Jermaine Greer.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
I haven't
like
tasted
Jermaine
mine.
Greer. Oh, like spoiler alert.
Is it good?
It's just blood. It's just blood. It's like, you know, when you like scrape your arm and you lick it. Like everyone says it's disgusting, but I always think that's fine. Like you cut yourself and like there's no plaster, so you lick, right?
That's absolutely fine. I've done.
It's absolutely. I'm not doing it to other people's blood. No, apparently, like not. It's right. I'm not a freak, but I tasted my own menstrual blood because it was like
not
a
freak,
thing.
But I tasted my own menstrual blood.
I made it. It's my womb lining.
Your produce. You do what you want with it.
It wasn't like I didn't have a cup. Like it wasn't like on toast. It was like
menstrual cup.
Yeah, I wasn't like sucking on a tampon. But that's just sad. I shouldn't have said that. That's a disgusting image.
What a way to start the show.
I'm upset with myself.
No, that
helps.
It's fine.
But like it was a thing that it was like, basically when you can't be a woman until you've tasted your own blood. It's like an old Jermaine Greer thing. This is before like she was like the biggest asshole ever, right?
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, I want to be a woman. And I was like cusping on womanhood. I just started my period and I wanted to like seal the deal. And I thought that would do it. But then it ended up, I tasted menstrual blood, went to school and was like, has everyone else done this? And they were like, no. And I was like, me neither.
I would never. Who would do that?
Yeah. And then I lost all my social calendar for a year and just played Sims. Yeah.
I mean, The Sims was pivotal to everything. I mean, what else would you have been doing in fucking Fleet in the 2000s? What would you have gone to the fucking... Going views, we'd gone to the skate party, we'd gone to the Heart Shopping Centre.
I love New Look. You know I love New Look.
New Look was like the staple of the Heart Shopping Centre.
It's still there, hun.
I feel like I have to explain to the the that Helen and I are both from the iconic Fleet, Hampshire.
The only 2 comedians ever out of town. It's so weird there's 2 of us. Full stop. It's weird.
It is weird that there's actually, that's more than anyone was expecting.
I made the Fleet news.
I saw.
How did you see that?
Because I've subscribed. It came up on my Facebook news. It was like Fleet Live, and it was like comedian slams Fleet, and I was like,
yes! Yeah. Did you see? I was like, because I didn't get contacted by any. Like, I got like a couple of like. Anyone who doesn't know, is it a pilot set in our hometown? Because, you know, God loves to try it, and me and Tegan will not rest until Fleet is put on the map. Despite the fact no one gives a shit.
Like, no one really wants it. It's like the most nothing town, and yet we must. No, but apart from the services.
We're not Yateley. Like.
We're not fucking old. Actually, Aldershot has got stuff going on for it. I won't say Aldershot. It's got the Princess Theatre, and it's got cinema, and it's got Nando's, which is more than we can say for ourselves.
Yeah, boy, I went to school with actually managed that Nando's.
Wow, that's fucking. Oh my god, you had an inn.
Yeah, I know. But basically I was like, oh, Fleet's going to be over the moon, even though like we didn't contact them and be like, oh, we're doing a sitcom based in Fleet, but like these things get around very quickly in like small towns. And then instead of it being like, oh, like local girl does good, there was a bit of that, but it was mainly like slams town for being boring. And I was like, where's this coming from? I don't think I ever say boring in the sitcom. I wrote the script. And then it's because on BBC iPlayer, there's a description below it, which goes like, she goes back to her nondescript, boring hometown. And that's where they got it from. And they've all just like jumped on us being like, how dare they? Fleet's got so much to it. And it's like, okay, like...
Fleet should be so fucking lucky that you have made a sitcom set there. Like, Fleet should be so lucky for us. I mean, not that I've done anything yet, but
they're livid.
They are livid.
No, you gigged in Fleet. I can't believe you gigged in Fleet.
Listen, this is the thing. I feel like we both assumed that like Fleet are going to be so grateful that we
No, I didn't. I've always said no to that gig. Every time I'm asked, which is constantly, I say, God, no.
I mean, I haven't been asked back. I'll say that.
But why would you go back? It was
awful.
It's famously one of the worst gigs in the country.
I didn't know that. No one warned me.
Well, then message me, babe. I've always been very open with you. If you need anything, you ask me.
I know, I should have been like, because I just assumed, I was like, oh my God, the Harlington Centre cute. Like, I've done that stage before, even though I was 7 and dressed as a crocodile, but whatever. And I was like, this is going to be great, like hometown. I wrote all this like local material. I did all this like, and also they put me on to open. Why? Like, I'm not an open level yet. I certainly wasn't then anyway. And I was like, this is fun. It was so bad because the acoustics in that room, like it was.
No, I know the room. I used to work at the Harlington Centre. Like,
we know the Harlington Centre. I mean, your mum, the drama school, that's where it started out, was in the Harlington Centre.
Well,
that was the original venue.
Then,
yeah. So so we know the acoustics are bad. But then when it was like all table seating, it was very bingo hall energy. And they all just looked at me like, and then the worst part is halfway through, so I was meant to do 20 minutes. I only did 15 because I was just rushed through it.
No, I get that. My first opening 20s were like around 15 minutes. Yeah.
Right. Because I mean, I could have dragged it out. And this was with the added material about Fleet as well. Like it was so quick. And then I was like halfway through. And then I just noticed, because obviously there's the lights, you don't automatically see everyone. And then I just see like all these girls I went to school with in the fucking crowd while I'm just dying on my ass. And I was like, oh my God, no, it's the Calthorpe girlies. And I was like, oh, and then I came off afterwards and they were like, oh my God, you were so good. I was like, thanks, but I wasn't. And like, you're just saying that. Thank you for like
making me sweat.
Like, it was so bad, Helen. It was so, and then they were like, do you want to come to the Arthur? I was like, no.
I mean, it's next door. You should have gone.
I know, but my parents were there to even make it worse. And then this random neighbour who we used to like, not even in the main house, like in Fleet. Like when I was like 4, he like lived next door to us in Fleet when I was like 4 years old. And he was like, "I'll come." Why? It was Helen. I'm sweating just thinking about it. It was so.
I'm actually getting upset for you.
It was awful. So, okay, let's get into it. Best holiday ever. Go.
3 months traveling around India as a teenager. Next question.
Wait, when did you do that? I didn't.
Oh, wait. So obviously failed everything. Farnborough sixth form, was not thriving. Hanging out with your brother way too much.
Ugh, no.
I know. Love Theo, but like not.
But
exactly.
In those days, no.
I mean, this is when he was going through his phase of thinking it was cool to open bottles with his teeth, and then he smashed his chin open. Yeah, like he was in his like he was figuring out.
Yeah, he was in his jackass era. You know, he was a liability to be around.
He hit it up big time, and we all respected him for it and fancied him. It was a whole thing. And then I was like, "Who needs university? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to figure something out in the arts or in comedy." Of
course,
right. The arrogance of an 18-year-old with no contacts and no talent. Incredible. So I moved to London. I shared a bed with my cousin to save money. And I worked in Accessorize on Oxford Street when everyone went to uni, because I was like, this is my calling, this is my people. My best friend when I first moved to London was a security guard at Accessorize called Nurman, who taught me Urdu. Mosam achaha, Hannah. It was a crazy time.
Oh my God, she's cultured.
She's cultured, baby.
She's a linguist, ladies and gentlemen.
She's a fucking linguist. And then I decided, oh my God, I should go India. And then all my friends were already at uni. But then 2 girls a year below me at Courtmore and Farnborough 6 were like, we're doing a gap year. And one of them was like my best mate, Sophia Ward. Do you know Sophia Ward? She was in the
Rings a bell. Rings a bell, yes.
We'll ring a bell. Florence Road, you know the area.
Oh, yes.
So, yes, we know the area. With the post box at the top of the road.
Bougie.
And basically, I was like, we're going India. And everyone always thinks I'm such a mess, which is bullshit. I'm the most organized person I know. And I organized the most insanely good trip. It was backpacking. It was sleeping in hostels. I say organized. We didn't book anything in advance. I was very much of the thought that you show up and you just do whatever you want. And I stayed for an extra month by myself at the end of it because it was so cheap. Oh, it was amazing.
You finessed it. You fucking finessed it.
I was white, and yes, I wore a bindi for some photos.
Okay. Did you have the floaty trousers? Of course you did.
Of course I had floaty trousers. I had several pairs of floaty trousers.
We all loved a floaty trouser, truly.
Shout out to 2010, baby.
The chokehold H&M had on us. I mean,
insane. Oh, I got mine from markets in Udaipur.
Oh,
thank you. But you should see trying to get my size in Udaipur. Absolute fucking nightmare.
Oh my god,
so big, and I was like, yeah, so big.
Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah. Can you accommodate, please?
Oh god, it's so toxic. But I genuinely thought I'd lose loads of weight because everyone said, oh, you go to India, you'll get the shits. And I was like,
Jelly belly.
Amazing. Because I love that weightless feeling that comes after
a clear out.
Oh, everyone always slags it off. But like, if I hear a kebab that's dodgy in my area, I'm the first one on the phone being like, meat bag. Like anything to like.
I need a clear out.
I love it. But I didn't. If anything, I just retained everything that I put in my body.
Oh. That's what you'd go there for.
No, I know. I got sick once, but it all came up the front end, which isn't the same.
That's the worst.
Right?
Yeah, you'd rather shit it out and lose weight.
I stayed for an extra month trying to get food poisoning. Never happened.
I'm so sorry.
But it was amazing. I got to say, it was so good.
It sounds fucking incredible.
I know.
Like, I've never been to India. I would like to go. That's very cute. Living your eat, pray, love fantasy.
That's exactly what it was as well. And also because like I think I was like very aware that like nothing was expected of me. I wasn't at university, but I had like this slight confidence in myself that something would work out. So I was able to just enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? Like I wasn't stressed.
No, you were like, it's fine, it'll work out.
Everything will be fine at the end of this. And then
I'll go into the arts.
Yeah, I'll go into the arts and it will Jesus Christ.
Well, that sounds fucking cute.
Amazing.
So now it's time for the beef, the trauma.
Okay, so I can lie or I can tell you the truth.
Obviously, I want the truth.
Okay. In year 10, okay, so maybe this is going back to a Hampshire thing. So in Hampshire, everything's really like middle class, boring, very white. There's nothing really going on.
White.
So basically, all of us girls particularly create traumas there, so people feel bad for us and we get attention. So a lot of us pretend to have more international flair than we do. A lot of us, when the Illustrated Mum came out, pretended to have bipolar mums. A lot of us, all of a sudden, when Dustman Baby came out, were found in bins.
The Jacqueline Wilson chokehold. Oh. The girls who get it, and the girls who don't.
We were incredible.
Don't. Okay.
If we went for a night out and one of our friends wasn't sexually assaulted, even if there was no guys there, we'd have fun. Like we'd all lose our minds. Okay, it was just part of the give and take. So I was going through my international I fancy boys phase. International for me, unfortunately, I'm super white. I couldn't really pretend I had any heritage apart from the one I do have, which is German grandparents, which is fine. It's something, but it's not like, don't at me, Tegan, because I'm fully aware that you and Theo both speak fluent French, which is fucking bullshit because you already had that vibe.
Yeah. Well,
we lived in France when we were little. Fuck off.
It was actually Belgium, but
doesn't matter. No one gives a shit.
No one gives a fuck. Okay, fine.
So all I had was a bit of German. And at the same time that was happening and me fancying a boy, international flair, we get offered a school trip, which is a 6-day trip driving around Auschwitz, Dachau and Birkenau.
I remember this. I remember the kids in my year going on this trip in Cornwall.
And we went to different schools.
Yeah, I remember the kids from your school going on this trip and I was like, oh, that's heavy.
Yeah, like, why are they doing this? Being like, I don't think the kids from Cornwall should go to Auschwitz.
Yeah, we were like, no. we didn't wear that shit. We didn't have that shit at Calthorpe.
And we really say to any listeners who were like, oh my God, like they're so offensive. It really wasn't. Like our teachers prepared us for it before we went. Like on the coach there, we watched Schindler's List, The Pianist and Miss Congeniality. So we like 100%
the triumvirate.
But because to get to Poland, you've got to fucking drive through Germany. So I was like, oh, fucking sick. I can show off my language skills. So like every service station, I was like, oh, Hallöchen, darf ich zweimal Big Mac haben, bitte? Ich bin doch richtig tun. Like all the fucking shit. Fucking arrive at Auschwitz. Number one, don't get put in the same group as the boy I fancy, which is a fucking shame. Because, you know, like the dream is to like cry so much that you pretend to faint in front of the boy you fancy at a traumatic place that you're actually not linked to. Like fake faint. When in doubt, fake a faint. We know what we're doing.
Always.
I'm not in his group, not even for the gas chambers, which realistically is the place of the show for any young woman.
That's the fainting moment.
We know what we're doing. We're disgusting, but we know what we're doing.
You got snaked.
I got fucked over by Miss Hamley and Co. I got really fucked over. But also because I'd been showing off my bits of German, and then we arrive at fucking Auschwitz, Birkenau, and Dachau, you'd be surprised how many guards' surnames are Bauer.
Oh, God.
Okay, it's the most common surname in Germany. They're all fucking Bauers. It's amazing how many looked exactly like me. And that does not make for a great trip for young Helen.
No.
Okay, because then I was just a Nazi.
Yeah, no.
And Tegan, I cannot tell you how much I'd prepared for this trip. I just started wearing proper bras.
Oh,
like
God.
Oh God, don't.
What an era when you get your first bra and you're like, maybe I'll need a bit of padding.
I'd been wearing bras for a while, but like it's my first time wearing like proper bras, like proper wide
with like adjustable straps.
Yep, and I needed them because like I'm a J now. Like I was still like pretty fucking, I was racked compared to the other fucking bitches.
Yeah, you had a leg up on us fucking bitches. You had
I got like a new pair of pajamas from La Senza.
La Senza. Oh, she was looking to get fingered in the hostel.
I knew what I was doing, and I had like new outfits. I was wearing earrings, dangly ones.
Dangly earrings to Auschwitz. No.
I don't. Can I just say, thank God we didn't go when we were 12 years old, because we were going through the Tammy girl phase of wearing tops to like daddy's little whore.
They would have kicked us out. I don't think we would have been allowed in.
Horrendous.
So bad. I mean, how old were you? Was this like year 11? Was it like 16?
Year 10.
Year 10. Okay, so like 14, 15.
14, 15. Yeah, 14 I was. And oh God, Mr. Brightside was number one, if I'm remembering correctly.
What an era.
And Black Eyed Peas were really big. And it was like iPods, so everyone was just constantly listening to like Black Eyed Peas, Mr. Brightside. And then we'd be like, oh, we're pulling up to Dachau now, put your iPods away.
Put your iPods away and get sad.
Oh God.
I've got a feeling this is going to be traumatic. So, okay, dream holiday, could go anywhere with anyone. Who are you going? Where are you going?
Okay, you know I'm basic.
Yes.
Okay, good. I just want to like make sure that's clear.
Yeah, but we love.
Right. The first time I ever got paid like a really proper like good chunk of money from comedy was like 3 years ago, and I was like, I know what I'm doing with it. Took two friends I worked in a cafe with to Disneyland Paris. Stayed in the Toy Story hotel. Don't shut up.
I remember that. I was seeing this on Instagram. I was like, is she in Disneyland? But I was like, good for her.
Just remember that I had no idea the global pandemic was coming out. Like, I had no idea that I should have been saving.
You were like, splurge on Mickey.
This is weirdly, my friend who I took gave me this for my birthday. This is me at the castle. Look how happy I am.
That's adorable. Oh.
Because I'm full Disney, like to the point where like the Turning Red film has just come out as of the moment of recording this. I already have a hat and a bear.
But Turning Red's cute because it's like about periods, right? And it's quite like informative.
It's so much more than just periods, my love.
So you're a fully fledged Disney adult, which
this is the thing. I'm a fully fledged Disney adult, apart from the fact that I've just been to Disneyland Paris for 3 days.
That's it.
So I've spent most of lockdown watching Disney vlogs. I'm obsessed with Disney vlogs. And it's just people. Tegan, be respectful.
Sorry. I can't think of anything worse, but like
I'll lie if you want. I want to go to the Bahamas. Do you want me to do that?
No, I want your truth. I want your truth.
Okay, I want a roller coaster around the southern states of America. I want to go to Dollywood. I want to go to Disney World, Florida. I want to go to fucking Universal Studios. Okay, I want to stay in the Grand Floridian Hotel, as well as Art of Animation movies behind all the 101 Dalmatians things. I know my way around the parks. I've watched so many vlogs. Okay, I want Genie Plus and Fast Pass. I want to get all the snacks. I want Photo Pass. I want to meet all the princesses, and I want to have a better shot at it. Because when I met Snow White in Paris, we didn't jam.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Really?
No,
wasn't the right fit.
She was fucking tiny and super thin, and like obviously I was like overwhelmed meeting a princess. Like obviously I'm going to be stressed, right? So I go in there and I'm like, oh my God, hi, like blah, blah, blah. And we're just sort of talking and I'm like, just fucking giggling, just like losing my mind. Like, just like, don't cry, don't cry. She's so cute. And then the guy took a picture and I was like, oh, like, make me look thin. Ha. Just as a casual panic joke.
Just like a joke,
I didn't really mean it. And she went, you must never say that. And I was like,
get fucked, Snow White.
Fuck off. You're 12 and you're about to get married to someone who only met you when you were dead.
You're a child bride, bitch.
fucking done with it. So I just
I'm
live it. So I just
over
want
it.
to meet the princesses again.
Have a clean slate, make a good impression.
But this is the thing. I imagine I'd go to Disneyland, Florida on this trip. Disney World. Sorry.
Disney World.
Apologies to the fans.
Get it right. Get your branding right. Come on.
That's on me. That's on me. But I do think I would like try and seek out a place to live permanently in this celebration village, which is attached to it.
I have been to Disney World.
What? I hate when people say that. Like it's not like they've like lived amongst kings.
I know. I'm sorry. But I was in like 7, so I don't really because so my grandparents lived for a time. They lived in Florida and in France. So well, they live in France. They've always lived in France. But then for like half the year, they just like fucking live in Florida because they're living their best lives. And they were like nowhere near. Like they were literally in some like retirement village. Like it wasn't the fantasy. It wasn't anywhere near like Orlando or anything.
Feels like fantasy.
But obviously Theo would be like, we're driving 3 hours each way so that we. But it was like a trip for the whole family. Like it wasn't just Theo. But I'm fucking slagging him off so much on this. But
it's because you love him. It's because you love him.
I love him. And I actually enjoyed it as well because there is other shit to do. It's not just roller coasters. Like I was obsessed with getting everyone's signature. I got everyone's signature except Baloo because his hands were too fucking big in that costume. So he couldn't hold the pen.
This is the thing. That's what I wanted. Not. Oh my god.
Like, who was I trying to impress? Like
Baloo.
No one was going to see my autograph. But actually, no, that's a lie. I took it into school.
You should have you showed it to fucking everyone. You got to Elbertham Heath and you were like, guys. Why does Baloo's handwriting look like a 7-year-old? Smart.
Honestly.
That's what I would have wanted to do when I was younger. I asked my parents so many times. I just think it's also because like Fleet being the area it is, there's a lot of wealthy families.
Yeah.
And there were people at my school who would go Disney in the summer. And they'd come back with like the stuff and the stories, and I would just be like, oh, I fucking went to a trench.
Oh my God.
Like one summer, it was like my end of year 6 going into secondary school. And so everyone was like doing these like holidays, and I either wanted to go to Disneyland or to Alicante like everyone else. And we went to Malaysia to visit some family and went to a Japanese prisoner of war camp.
How is this not the worst holiday? Like,
because in Malaysia I had a great time.
Oh yeah, because other than that it was cute, right?
And also I fucking love. Auschwitz very stressful for me, but a Japanese prisoner of war camp, I thrive.
Oh. Okay, was it a vibe?
No, that's not true.
We love a POW camp. We love it. We love the history. We love the vibes. No,
but that would be my dream holiday, Tegan. I'm telling you now.
Okay, so I have a couple of like quick fire questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
To round it off with. Okay, question number 1. Would you cruise?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what sort of question is that. There's 3.
Like, would you ever like
the time to see the magic and the dream? Cruise ships basically mean food.
Are you talking
off,
and
they tell you exactly what time to be back? Yeah, I'm talking Disney Cruise Lines. You go to Castaway Cay, the Disney Island. Next question, go.
Favourite motorway services. But there's no point me asking you this because I know what the answer is going to be.
Fleet, Heston, Lee Delamere. Next question.
These were the only 2 quick fires. So we're done. It wasn't that quick fire. I'm sorry.
Are you serious? That's it?
That was it. Sorry.
I was Helen Bauer and Anne Bauer's drama school. Do you know what I mean? I was like, this is so cringe.
The whole thing was cringe, actually, from start to finish. Like, what were we doing?
The amount of times people go like, "Oh, were you always like into the arts?" and like blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh, well, yeah."
Like, yeah, it was my life.
Because like it was in the house.
It was in the. It was raised.
I think it's
on the
benefited
stage.
me massively. Like I definitely believe that, but I also like can't pinpoint exactly when or why.
I think for me, it's just like not feeling that. No, like going on stage, like not that much of a big deal because we did it so much. Like we performed so much. We didn't have that like stage. We were
judged in front of all the adults.
Why did we? It was like Dance Mums, like but
it was more than Dance Mums because Dance Mums they just announce the winner, whereas the drama festivals they give you feedback in front of everyone and then do 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and then clap the losers. It's fucking devastating.
It was so bad. I can't believe we were subjected to this. I
can't believe my mum's adjudicating them now.
I know.
And using a speech of my daughter's a performer and she never won as a comfort to the kids.
So savage.
Because I won loads. Like
you did win loads, as did I. because we had a great teacher. But like, she's feeding the problem. She's feeding the toxic industry.
I know.
Just saying.
But still, like, celebrate me, mummy.
Love me, mummy.